Bonjour! Bonjour!
No. Time for bladder check.
Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Rick and Morty Season 2, Episode 9. I was tired of my hair. I don't know how I look like truly. I'm not so sure. Really? Guys, I was tired of my hair for today, like that's it. I have them like that. It's not the same, you know, than during the last episode that I just watched with you guys. If you want to see my reaction video about that, I'm gonna put the link like each time. Forget my hair. Guys, I'm not gonna be as messy during this intro than how I was during the last one. I'm gonna try my best. Still, I'm gonna resume you what I said during the last intro, because now that my thoughts, you know, are more organized, still I want to share what I said during the last intro with the majority of you. So the resume of it is the fact that during the editing of the last episode, at some point, I saw a lot of clues, at least for me, which could have said, you know, like I want with a theory which is weird, which is totally false. I know it because I thought about it a little longer and myself I cancelled, you know, that theory. But at some point I thought that maybe Morty growing up would become Rick, would go back in time, would have a daughter, then he would realize that it was Beth and that's why he left, but he came back when Morty was born because it was himself, you know. I thought about that. I know it's weird, I know it's false, but just by thinking about that theory, it made me question Rick and Morty existence, and because of that, it opened a window to a lot of theories about, you know, all of the alternative realities that we have into this show, all of these things about a lot of Rick, a lot of Mortys. Like, I have the impression that the writers can do something with that, and not only with the Mortys and Jerrys that we discovered, like Evil Morty. I think that at some point we're going to see him again, or also Walking Dead Jerry. I hope that at some point we're going to see him again. But the Rick and the Morty that we have right now, I don't know, it opened a window for me to question their existence, to question their relationship, to question what is gonna happen to them into this show, which is a sci-fi comedy show, really playing okay with the comedy aspect, but playing also with the sci-fi aspect, on the contrary of most sci-fi comedy shows which are playing only with the comedy aspect. This one is playing on both sides, the comedy aspect and the sci-fi aspect, and because of that, they are making consequences for the sci-fi stuff that they are doing, and they are going really far with that. So when they talked, you know, about alternative realities with a lot of Jerrys, with a lot of Mortys, they used that tool, you know, in more than just one episode, and I think that they can go really far with that. Why not far with the characters that we already have, not by creating Rick and Mortys to do that, but why not with the ones that we already know? And we still have so many mysteries, you know, about the fact that Rick disappeared at some point, you know, left Beth and her mom, and then he came back, same, you know, for what reason. I remember that photo of him, you know, taking a baby like that. For me it's Morty, but why that photo was into Eager Guy place, why it was so important, and also, you know, why I suppose that maybe Rick and Morty, you know, were the same person. It was also because they don't look like each other, but they are talking the same, they have the same thing, you know, about forcing on the words. So I thought that maybe, yes, they could be the same person, but no, they're not. Like, we saw Rick as a teenager, how he looked like, and it was not Morty, so no, it's not that. But again, it opened a window for me of theories. That's it. When I managed to organize my thoughts, It's like that. It's not like during the messy intro of the last episode. About the last episode, about killing Jerry. Don't do that again. Never. Like, my heart is not gonna handle it well. I'm glad that they didn't do something like, in fact, it was just a dream, or playing with us like we have it like that, like it was just a dream, but in fact it's into another reality that it's just a dream, but into the reality that you were watching Jerry really died. No, we had him coming back to life and them saying that it truly happened, but just they saved him because you know, it's this hospital, this alien hospital, and they could save him. I'm glad. I'm really glad that it truly happened, you know, if it's for that end. You understand what I mean? But don't do that again. Never. Jerry is my favorite character. Let's make that clear. He's nice, he's genuine, and even during the last episode, the fact that he wanted to not give his penis at first, I was glad, because I was protective with him. And after that, the fact that he wanted to give his penis no matter what, because he didn't want to disappoint people, because he doesn't want people to be mad at him. Even that, I find that nice and sweet. Because yes, just Jerry can't handle the fact that people think bad stuff, you know, of him, and he's sweet, you know, it's sweet. It's not realistic, but it's sweet. I'm glad that he's alive, and don't ever do that again. The last episode, you know, it was also an episode that they used to create a lot of television shows, a lot of publicities and stuff like that. It was fun, like it was the first time that they did it, but I don't have much, you know, to talk about it, to describe about it and all. And with all of what happened to Jerry, for sure I want to talk about that. So I'm gonna watch the 2 last episodes of this season today, because it's the end of the season, and because of all of what happened with Rick, but also with Morty during this season. I think that we need to have something about it during these 2 last episodes, if not at least one, you know, the last one. You know, all of these things about Rick, who wanted to kill himself, who didn't succeed, who, you know, who has such a dark side, about the fact that he doesn't love his life. Also, I'm thinking about that teenager Rick episode. It's so rough, you know, all of these lines which are supposed to mean this bad stuff, like all of that, we need to have something about it. Maybe about the other ones who are seeing it. Summer began to see something about it during the teenager Rick episode. Beth, you know, the fact that she was not the ally that she was during all of this time for Rick, all of what happened during the time that she was a teenager, maybe we can have something about it, a response about it, I don't know. But also for Morty, I think that we need to have things about Morty, because for me, Morty is growing up, is getting more impulsive. He's not just saying now to Rick, I'm not okay with what you're doing, but he's also, you know, like taking decisions about it, like at many occasions during this season 2, he gave up on Rick, he let Rick all alone with his bullshits, and he let him like that. Something that he would have never done during the last season, during the first season. So Morty is evolving. You can say that it's because of the fact that he's a teenager, he's into that phase and all. But I think that it's more than that. I think that Morty is beginning to be really tired about Rick. And maybe at some point, not like they can be against each other, but we can have something about it. So I hope that we're gonna have a little of it, if not a lot of it, during these 2 last episodes, or at least the last one released, episode 10. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right now. Let's go for this episode 9. Remember that if you want, you have my Patreon, on which you can have these episodes earlier. We have 4, 5, 6 episodes of advance, I can't remember, but they have already the end of the season 2, if you can be interested by that. we've extended our 4 reaction parts. I'm putting some 4 reaction parts, you know, for Rick and Morty. Like for example, for the last episode, I think that I'm gonna put one when it's big episodes, when it's hard to cut into it and all. I'm putting the 4 reaction part. It's the best way to support me, my Patreon. If you can be interested, if you can, it can be truly appreciated. You know, September and October, it's rough for me. But also, you know, for everyone in Europe and all, I think that you know why. So, if you were hesitating, maybe it's a good time to support me. Like, especially for me, during September and October, it's rough. So, if you can be appreciated. And if you can't, I'm saying it each time also, don't feel ashamed or anything like that. Please. We can all understand it, I can understand it, and I'm already glad to have you right there on YouTube, and you can support me by subscribing, sharing, commenting, liking. Like I say each time, I'm a little reactor, but maybe little by little, YouTube is gonna consider me more, you know, if you are doing that kind of stuff about my videos on YouTube also. Maybe. Okay, let's go for this episode 9. Why am I saying it like that each time, you know? 9! Like really, the 9, the German 9, I'm saying each time. Stop.
You've been able to sustain world peace because you have one night a year where you all run around robbing and murdering each other without consequence.
No.
What? It's like the
Huh?
Morty, that movie, The Purge? No,
We all know that movie. That was a good one, the first one.
It's a purge planet. They're peaceful and then, you know, they just purge. That's horrible. Yeah. You want to check it out? What, you trying to sit here and tell me that if there's a video online with someone getting decapitated, you don't click on it?
No.
Why would I do that? You know, because it would bore me. I see shit like that for breakfast, Morty.
It
But
would
you don't
bore
do it
you?
because you're afraid of
Rick.
your animal instincts. Oh my gosh. Oh shit. That was... Okay, yeah, that was gross. Wow.
Morty, you're gonna try to help.
We have to go down there. What?
You know that episode about when he tried to save the cloud and it didn't end well? I told you that it was playing with his moral compass, that it would have consequences.
Mom, you brought me here. Leave you alone. During a purge? I don't think so, baby. My name is Morty. This is my grandpa. We're tourists.
Now you're involved into the purge. Like into this other episode, to save one, you're gonna kill a lot of people.
Your vehicle, is it from the gods?
Yes.
Ah, we're gonna be with you also? Cool.
What you doing? Watching some TV? Playing on your phone?
Is that a
Yes.
real question?
Making conversation?
Why?
You? It's not a conversation. You're holding me verbally hostage.
Okay, ass face, I'll go in the kitchen.
You're
Hey,
not
Dad,
nice with
what
your
you
dad.
doing?
So, do most people...
I have conversation with my dad.
Answer any more purge questions.
Not like that. He's the best person into this world, my dad. Just know it.
Oh, my Nana!
Huh?
My Nana! We have to save her!
Your Nana?
You just now remembered your Nana exists.
Will somebody just help me get her?
Fine, whatever. Morning, stay.
Yes. I'm not so sure of your Nana.
Oh, God. Oh, crap.
Get out! Get out!
Okay.
What did you do to Rick?
You killing us here. You're killing us.
If it's not already done for Rick, you're stealing that shit? You don't know.
Morty! Fucking Amish bitch shot me.
Ah!
She tried to purge me, Morty. You let your wiener do the walking, and now I'm pick up a stick or something and kill him.
For Morty to kill people. He did it once. I said it. It's gonna have consequences.
Shit, drop it all. Morty, go get their shit. Hurry up. I only had one of those things I threw. I'm holding a box of Tic Tacs right now.
Oh, you're playing so much with
Are you ready?
Morty's moral
In
compass?
exchange for crackers.
What happened to you?
Dad, get a job. You're trying to create drama because you're bored. It's the
He's
space
trying to
Hello?
spend a nice moment with you because he's your dad.
I can barely hear you.
We lost our car and my gun and we're in a purge.
Ooh, was it Teddy Mason?
Like the movie The Purge? That movie sucked.
It was good. Not amazing, but good.
I'm putting you on speaker.
Daddy? It's Cherry, it's Tatty. A person no one's ever heard of until now calling you on a space phone.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic
your dad. Don't ever say to your dad, shut the fuck up. Oh, who raised you? Yes, Jerry. Really, a spoon?
1125. A spoon, Morty. You're gonna take that box outside and you're gonna type the number I just gave you into the keypad. Got it?
Got it.
Is it just part of growing up to hate your dad?
I'm ignoring you.
Morty,
You're always doing that.
I'm
I'm tired of it for Jerry.
You're gonna need to harness your repressed rage. I don't have any. Spoken like a person with repressed rage.
I think that he's right with that. You have a certain rage into you.
Not too keen on the purge either, sir. We were just hoping to get on the roof of your lighthouse so we can send a beacon to my sister on Earth.
On the condition that you listen to my tale.
Okay.
Your tail?
Alright, I'm gonna go to the roof and set things up. Morty, you listen to his tale. Okay.
Is it a trap?
Fade in. Exterior. Unnamed city. Day. The hustle and bustle is a symphony of progress. Suddenly, a man steps in the frame and points a gun at her. This is not her day. Fade to black. 3 weeks earlier.
It's not badly written. Okay, it looks like a long story, but not badly written.
771983642112.
Lord, now what? I'm your father, and I love you, is all I'm saying. I'll leave it at that.
Fine, Dad.
Cherry.
She's a woman. He's a man. The city burns in the background as he takes her in his arms.
It's beginning to be
Fade
awkward.
out. Title. The end. Question mark.
Good job. Good job.
You liked it?
Of course I did.
Didn't laugh at the scene in the bar?
Nah,
Thought it was funny.
I lost.
I wanted to hear the rest.
I want to improve my writing. Tell me your real thoughts.
Alright, well, I'm not a huge fan personally of the whole 3 weeks earlier teaser thing.
Well, why not if it's well done?
You bang on my door, you make me help you. I share something personal with you and you take a jack shit on it.
Hey, man, we asked if we could put up a beacon.
Well, you can't. I want you out of here.
What the hell?
I don't care. I want you out. What? Take that thing down. Your grandson is a shitty person. Leave now.
No, it's not.
You sat through it.
Yes! Did you want me to weep with joy? It's terrible! Whoa,
Oh, Marty.
I tried to be a good guest. He dragged it out and stop. That's not fair. Just because you hate
You're gonna kill him. The stairs. You're gonna.
You like that? Whoa, Morty, you just purged.
You just proved that you have that rage into you. You just killed someone. Like the last time that he killed someone, that someone was threatening entire planets, you know.
Just need a few $100s to get through the month. I have some interviews coming up.
I'm going inside.
Oh, Jerry.
This is what rock bottom feels like, Jerry.
All the because.
Morty, time to purge.
Oh, fuck. Morty, are you gonna do it?
Morty, now you're getting into it. Never expected that out of you. Alright, let's go find my ship.
Oh, Morty.
Boy, you're really,
Going for it.
really going for it over there, huh? I think those people were just hiding. I don't give a shit! Okay, Morty, now you're just shooting corpses. Good job. Time to go home.
Oh, Morty. I hope that you can turn off that rage at some point.
I am trying to end the festival.
What
How?
do you mean?
I was going to use your ship to destroy the rich assholes that run our society.
Fuck that Rick! We're gonna kill her! Kill her! What? Kill her! Jeez.
Oh, Morty.
Calm down. Screw you.
He's acting a little like you.
Freaking piece of crap! This has been a long time coming! I'm gonna rip your fucking guts out! Okay, sorry about that. Now, where are these rich people?
I talked about it in the intro! Getting more angry each time, you know, about the relationship with Rick, which is not going great.
Here's the deal. I'm not here to judge. I'm just a guy from another planet. But this girl is one of your poor people, and I guess you guys felt like it was okay.
And Rick is doing the right thing.
Sort of the socio-political equivalent of, say, a suit of power armor around you. But now things are even out, so... Arthricia?
Nah.
Jeez. Hey, Arthricia. Maybe I could...
Yeah, I have a boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rude. I don't want to lead you on.
I understand.
I have a boyfriend and
Okay,
Is he alive?
Stop saying it. I took it okay the first time, and now you're just repeating stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're so sweet. But I can't.
Stop!
Doing it? It won't
Yes.
be easy creating a new society from the ground. Yes, you were right. I've got a lot of repressed stuff I need to deal with. Don't worry about it, Morty. Remember those candy bars earlier that we got? Turns out they have a chemical in them called Purging that amplifies all your violent tendencies.
Really? Oh, you're saying that to...
Yep, your character's totally protected.
I knew it. You said that to reassure him. I'm gonna come back to that.
Jerry, what is Teddy Mason LLC and...
Ah!
Hey, are you bored? Lonely? Just looking for a friend? Call me, Teddy Mason. It's only $1.99 a minute to talk. Sign up today and I'll
Jerry.
you. That's a steal because I'm a great pal. We can talk about sports or barbecue.
Jerry, get a job.
Did you get any of that? It's a cool show.
He can get a job and you can get nicer with him. I'm tired of them not being nice with Jerry. For Summer to talk bad to her dad, you can be like, okay, she's a teenager, she doesn't want to spend time with her dad, like, it's normal, stuff like that. For Morty to say to his dad, shut the fuck up, what? I don't know how it's happening into your family, but into my family you don't talk like that to your dad or to your mom or, oh, respect your parents. Right there, the fact that when you can see that your husband is so alone, is so depressed, that he's calling, you know, a service which is costing so much because he just needs a friend, and the only thing that you find to say is get a job. It's not okay at all. Like you have to be worried about your husband, you know, about that person who doesn't have any friend, who is forced to pay to have a friend, sort of a friend, and who is all alone just by himself and all. It's not because he's gonna get a job that it's gonna change that, you know. Okay, he's gonna have an occupation into, you know, into his life, something to do and stuff like that, and he can make friends at work. But there is an issue right there. There is really something bad happening with Jerry. You're not seeing it. You're not seeing it, and it's making me mad. That was a little part of this episode, what is happening with Jerry, but I think that you understood with the last one and how shocked I was with them killing Jerry, that Jerry is my favorite character, so for sure I'm gonna talk about it during this review. But for sure during this review we need to talk about the situation with Morty. I'm not gonna talk about the Purge, like the movie itself. For me it was a good movie. It was not, you know, an amazing movie and stuff like that, like really people maybe put it too high. Like during the time that it was out, a lot of people were really hyped by that movie and all, and I didn't understand that hype. Okay, it was a good movie, but it was not an amazing movie. I think that the people who thought that the movie The Purge was so hype and so great and all, it's people who are not watching, in fact, horror movies in general. So for once they watched one and they truly appreciated it because it's based on a good idea, so maybe it's because of that. It's a good movie, not an amazing one, it's a good movie. I'm not gonna talk about it, I'm not gonna talk about the girl, about the end of the festival, about stuff like that. I really want to talk about Rick, his character, and Morty's character and their relationship, because I think that it's the most important right there, and the fact that I talked about it in intro, that I wanted for the writers to talk about these characters because they truly evolved during all of the season, and we needed to have something about it during these two final episodes, or at least one. It seems that we already had things about it during this episode. The easiest part is the Rick's part, because during this episode, okay, he's being Rick, you know, with what he's saying and all, but he's okay to not be a part of that purge. He's not trying to pressure, you know, his grandson to be a part of it. He's enjoying it, but at some point he's saying also that it's maybe too much for him. He's okay to help that girl, and, you know, Morty didn't have to really insist a lot on it. He's the one to stop Morty, like with what he's doing, that is not okay. it's okay to not kill that girl and to understand her position and to help her to end that festival, and is okay with all of that. And at the end, he reassures Morty by saying a lie to him, like, Rick, okay, he's doing bad stuff at some point, like you can say that he's not a perfect guy, clearly, but at the end he's doing the right things. Rick is evolving, guys. I'm saying it since a long time. Rick is evolving. So that was the easiest part, you know, to analyze what Rick did during this episode. For Morty, I said it during that episode, I think that it was at the beginning of the season 2, when he wanted to save, you know, the cloud and all, and when Rick made him understand that it was a little hypocrite because by saving one thing, they were killing a lot of people, and at the end, that thing in fact was someone bad, so Morty had to kill him. So I said it at the end of this particular episode, the fact that it was playing a lot with the moral compass of Morty, and that it would have consequences because he killed someone, because he was forced to admit that doing the right thing, it's not always the good thing, you know, because in fact by doing that right thing you are provoking bad things. Like, it would have consequences for Morty, and right there he wanted to do the same. He wanted to save that girl. Because of that, they had to kill a lot of people. He was not okay with it. He was fighting it. No, I'm not gonna kill people. I'm not gonna participate to the purge. You know, he was fighting it. And at the end, he wanted still to do the right thing, to listen to the tale, to not say anything bad about it. But he ended by saying bad stuff about it, and he ended by killing that guy who was not a participant of the purge, who just wanted you guys to leave the place because he was mad at you, like it is right, and you killed him. Like, for Morty, it means that he killed someone else, and when the first time he can reassure himself by saying, okay, I killed, you know, the cloud, but that cloud wanted to kill entire planets, so that was okay. Right there, he can't say the same. He can't say, okay, I killed someone, but I was defending myself, that person wanted to kill me. No, that person didn't want to kill you or anyone, in fact, because that person didn't want to participate to the purge. So that person was not someone that you should have killed, that it's okay to kill, you know, something like that. So for Morty, it's rough to kill someone else and to kill someone like that. So at the end, I think that Rick understood it, the big deal that it was for Morty, because, you know, he said, so after that, Morty totally switched, you know, because he was like, maybe, yes, truly, I have that rage into me. I think that it's the case. I'm saying it since the beginning of this season. I saw that evolution for Morty with getting more impulsive, with getting angrier. I had the impression that he was getting angrier at Rick, but right there, really, he let his rage explode, and we saw that he was okay to kill people, all of these people during the rest of the purge, and he was searching it, you know, to kill more and more. So I think that Rick, he understood that it was a big deal because he made that lie about the fact that if you are like that, Morty, it's because of that thing that we ate. We can see that it's false. I guessed since the beginning that it was false and that it was just Rick reassuring Morty, but again, for Morty's character, it means a lot. It means that I was right about the fact that you're getting angrier, not only at Rick, but at everything, everyone. It means that you killed now more than one people. You killed another one people without any real reason, right reason, according, you know, to his moral compass. After that, you killed a lot of people. Morty is getting angrier. Morty is okay to kill people now. Morty crossed the limit about killing people for right reason, again according to his moral compass. Morty is not gonna have a moral compass anymore. Morty is beginning to be like Rick. I mean the Rick that we had during the season 1. When Rick is evolving more into Morty. So, you know, at the end, I said it also, I think that Morty can blame Rick for his bad influence on him. But on the contrary, Rick, you can thank Morty for his good influence on you. I'm worried about your relationship. Like I was worried before, but even more now. You know, when we think about Rick and the love relationship that he had with Serenity? No, I can't remember her name. It was a toxic relationship. They had a bad influence on each other. They were, you know, letting the worst express itself, you know, from them when they were together. Right there, it's a toxic relationship, at least for Morty's part. That was something, this episode. I'm gonna watch the last episode of the season 2 right now. Maybe before that I'm gonna eat. And then I will come back, you know, for the last episode today. It's gonna be on another video for you. Again, remember that if you are watching this on YouTube, you have already the next episode and other ones on my Patreon, if you can be interested by that. Okay, it's all for you for today, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.